با عرض سلام خدمت شما بینندگان عزیز و مهربان شبکه جهانی ITN. امیدوارم هر کجا که هستید خوب و خوش و خرم باشید و روزهای خوبی رو بگذرونید. بار دیگه این افتخار نصیب من شد که در کنار 2 نفر از نازنین‌های ارتش آمریکا بنشینم. شاید وقتی که قبلا در مورد ارتش آمریکا صحبت می‌کردیم یک ارتش عظیمی رو می‌دیدیم که دسترسی بهش خیلی دور بود، untouchable بود به قول معروف، ولی امروز با همراهی عزیزانی که دارن ارتش آمریکا رو بیشتر معرفی میکنن امکان پذیر شده که بتونیم دستی بر آتش داشته باشیم، افرادی در ارتش داشته باشیم که فعالیت بکنن و بتونن از این سازمان بسیار موفق بهره مند بشن و یک شغل دائمی خوب داشته باشن یا مدت زمان تحصیلشون رو بگذرونن. امروز از دوست عزیزم آقای کریستوفر کرمانی، مسئول روابط عمومی این سازمان که معرف حضور شما عزیزان هستند، چون این شانس رو داشتم که همیشه در کنارشون بنشینم و ایشون رو خدمت شما معرفی کنم، همراه با کاماندر جدید منطقه لس آنجلس اینجا هستن، کلونل پیترسون، که ازشون خواهش کردم تشریف بیارن اینجا. اولا بیشتر آشنا بشین، ببینید که یک کسی که فرمانده بخشی از ارتش هست یک فرد کاملا معمولی، یک انسان معمولی همراه با داشتن زن و بچه و خانواده هست و چطور داره ارتش رو معرفی میکنه. اجازه بدید بی وقفه بریم به این مصاحبه و سلامی عرض کنم به هر دو عزیزی که اینجا هستن. Welcome and thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for accepting us, and it's my honor and privilege to work with Colonel Peterson at Los Angeles Battalion. I just want everybody, all the Iranian community, to know that there has been such a difference between, with the contact with community, and I owe it all to Colonel Peterson for giving us the chance and opportunity to be able to make that connection with community.
That's true. That's true. It was an honor when I got to meet him, and the way that he approached the community and
Yes.
all communities made everybody to feel at ease.
Exactly.
And they don't feel pressured. When you said Army, it's like, oh, Army, I have to be like that.
Sure.
But you made everything much easier. Would you please give us some information about your battalion, and when did you join the office in LA, and what do we expect from you and your men?
No, absolutely. Yeah, we arrived in July, just this past summer, so I think just about at the 8-month mark, so not a lot of time. I came from overseas, actually, but yeah, it's gone very quickly.
Yes,
Very, very
I
quickly.
remember the time that you were getting your
Change of responsibility,
yes. Situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems just like yesterday. Yeah, the time definitely flies, but pretty well set in, So it's about 8 months in. The battalion's doing great. The battalion was strong when I came into it, so I was very, very fortunate. Again, Mr. Kermani was already on board, much of my staff. I could not have asked for a better group. So I think things have really continued in a forward direction in a great way. So the battalion is busy. Our mission requirements are as high as ever. The Army is still hiring.
Good, good.
So we have a really exciting time ahead of us here. And again, LA is a great place to be. Never a dull moment. Tremendous community opportunities and outreach here, and I'm very excited.
Very good, very good. I want to ask your view of him being as a commander in here,
Well,
and how people in your battalion take his new position.
Well, actually, we're so fortunate
Yes.
to have Colonel Peterson, because his experience and his education and his view of the world, since he's been pretty much all over the world and he's had a chance to be able to travel and seen the different cultures, he has been excellent, and we really want to make sure that it's been a privilege, and it's been so much. He makes my job so easy. I want to thank you for that.
That's very important. It's very important.
It is.
And now I know that the Army is a big place to be. But at the same time, it's very small as being a family. I've seen how you guys get together, and you're like a small family when you get together. I want you to give some information, you guys, about joining Army, and if they join Army, how would they feel? Are they going to be, in the movies they are showing it so hard to be around Army men. I don't think so. After I got to meet you guys and see how you guys treat everybody, I liked it myself. So give us more information. How
Sure.
do we expect?
No, the Army, it is a family. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's an expanded, extended family, very much so. And what's always interesting, I think the best qualifier are those that have served that have such a hard time getting out. They miss it when they walk away, that camaraderie, the brotherhood that they felt nowhere else. even sports teams don't compare to the total lifestyle you get in the military. But it's important that a lot of people don't think when we talk family, it's our families that we bring into the military. My wife, incredibly well linked with other military spouses. Our children are all tied together, and the Army does a tremendous amount to make sure they're cared for as well. So it's not just the soldier, it's your entire family is connected into the organization, and that's very important to us.
That's great.
And so soldiers that come in with wives, with children, that's encouraged. Again, they're brought in and supported fully.
How long is it that you've been in the Army?
I will be 20 years this May, so almost 20 years.
years.
And we talk about 8 months going quickly. That 20 years has literally flown by as well.
That's true.
But never regret.
Were you married when you joined Army, or
I was
did you get
single,
married?
actually.
You were single.
I came in as a second lieutenant in 1993 out of university. I was married about 6 years later. So the first few years of my life in the military, I was single.
You were single.
But I've been married now almost 14 years. So.
Is she part of military, or she's not working?
She is a stay-at-home mom.
Okay,
so she was
great.
working when we first met, but then after we had kids, she made a decision to stay with the children. It's been great for us. The Army provides enough that their spouse can afford to do that.
That's
they can
right.
stay at home if they'd like to, or they can work if they'd like. My wife and I thought it was important to be with the children, and that's what she decided to do. So.
And if by any chance the wives decide to go to school, back to school, and learn more, is that possible?
Absolutely. In fact, the Army has a number of discounted college programs for the spouses, so we very much encourage the benefits. There's a great program called the 9/11 GI Bill, where I actually provide benefits afforded to me to my wife and kids. For their education. It's
wow.
You don't get that anywhere else. But we even encourage, even for those that perhaps came out of the workplace but want to go back, we have preferred hiring opportunities for spouses as well. Jobs as teachers in the hospitals, a variety of roles for them. So a lot of outreach and time goes in to make sure we take care of them.
Fabulous. If you would please give us more information about if somebody wants to join this beautiful family, how can they do that?
Absolutely. Well, basically, we do have a lot of opportunities in Army, and when it comes to the languages, we are one of the branches we offer the most, because Army is made of all different kind of ethnic groups. Obviously, as you know, you're all aware, within the last 20 to 30 years, the population has gone up quite a bit. We have over millions, a few million people actually just in Southern California. Therefore, Army likes to have a percentage of that people in Army. This way, just like we have a percentage of Chinese, Korean, and et cetera, all different ethnic groups. In order for us to do that, we have been able to provide a lot of incentives, because as you all know, coming to the Army in the United States is by choice. A lot of countries you have to go to Army, but here you choose to go to Army. One of the best advantages is, especially a lot of parents, they know these days, going to the school is very costly. Going to California school is extremely costly to UCLA. When I used to go to school here in UCLA, it cost me $450 a quarter. The same school right now, it costs over $12,000, $13,000 a year, which is a tremendous amount of difference. It all depends on the qualification. We have all different programs. One of the ones that we've been hearing about it quite a bit is called 09 Lima program. But we also have another program called 35 Papa program. It all depends what you are qualified for, what your residency status is, if you are a green card or citizen, and what your background is, what have you done here so far. And all of these, you can all easily contact me. I can set up an appointment with you, go through everything, and find out which one you are mostly qualified. Whichever program you choose to get into, what we do, we have something called ASVAB program. ASVAB is an entrance test that everybody has to take from going through any branch for the Department of Defense. You have to get 10 and above from that ASVAB in order to be able to be eligible for this program. The higher number you get, of course, is better, because there's more chances for you in case in the future you want to change to different MOS, with this meaning the different jobs in Army. After that, we take an English test, ECL test, which basically establishes how well do you speak English. If you need the classes, we can set up some classes for you. All the classes are set up through DLI, Defense Language Institute, at your training. And the third test is a physical. Once you go to the physical, you have to be sure you're actually fully capable. Physically, you have no problem. Last not the least is an OPI, which is a Farsi test, which I can set it up for you. Somebody will call in, you talk to them Farsi over the phone, and I ask you to read a page just to be sure you're fully capable of reading and writing and speaking the language. The languages could be Farsi, Urdu, Pashto, or Dari. Any of these languages are accepted on both programs. Once you go through this, you have two choices. Either you can get in as a reserve, which is, we call it in this case, part-time or full-time. If you come as a reserve, automatically your program is 6 years, and you have to be able to come in after you finish your training. You come to you contribute 2 days a month and 1 week in the summertime as a training. The 2 weeks in summer you have to be with us. And of course, advantages is you can of course take advantage of your GI Bill, $42,000, continue your education. And at the same time, you can also you take advantage of the health insurance, medical, dental, and vision that you can actually get into the Army. And of course, the other route is going to the full-time position, which is, we call it active. In this particular program, you can choose 3 years, 4, 5, or 6 years. With this particular full-time, we have some incentive because Army, like Colonel Peterson said, we care about families. We want to make sure you are not in a financial difficulties. That's why we have provided you with certain incentive that it comes with this, the number of the years you choose to sign up for. Either way, either one of them you choose, at a certain date, we're going to send you to you go to the Fort Jackson, South Carolina for training. From the time that you get into the plane and fly there, you're entitled to the salaries as well as the medical insurance for yourself, for your immediate families. Once you're over there, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks till, if you have a green card, we make you nationalized as far as you become a U.S. citizen, as well as going to the national security clearance and doing all the interviews. After that, there's an English class that starts from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. and then you have the cafeteria, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Please keep in mind you're still part of the Army. You have to be able to understand that you obey the rules and regulations of the Army. Once you finish your English classes, you take a test. Once you pass that, you go through 9 weeks of basic training. In basic training, we want to make sure that you are capable of handling everything. You have the teamwork. You are able to be able to bond. These are the things we need to make sure you have in order to be able to be part of our organization. Once you finish the 9 weeks of training, what we do is from here, we're going to go ahead and send you to the 6 weeks of the Farsi training in Arizona, and over there, after 6 weeks, you're entitled. You become certified as a linguist, and we set you up at 2 different military bases, either Fort Irwin, which is 2 hours away from Los Angeles, or Fort Polk, which is in Louisiana. And your job basically over there will be training the people going to the combat, the cultural awareness. What do they do? How do they interact with people over there? That's basically the program. What are the advantages of it is, basically, you can take advantage of educational. While you are with us, you can finish your schooling. You can finish your university, get your degree, become a U.S. citizen, get your security clearance, and all of these could be beneficial to you. Basically, you can go much, much further in life by putting some time. We have a Persian saying, it says you have to pay your dues, which is actually exact translation in English.